Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss these rare treasure stories and secrets that could change your life. You won't want to miss what's coming at the end of this video. It might just blow your mind. Now, let me take you on a journey back in time to a moment when the world was a little different, the streets a little quieter, and the coins in circulation were carrying stories most people never noticed. Picture yourself holding a small coin in your hand. Nothing fancy at first glance, just a simple piece of metal. Yet, this coin is not just any coin. It's a relic of history, a tiny messenger from South Africa in the year 1977, a 5-cent piece that, over the decades, has quietly gained incredible significance. For many of us, coins are just pocket change, things we pay for coffee or tip the waiter with. But for those who pause and look closer, coins like this one tell a story far richer than their humble size suggests. The 1977 5-cent coin from South Africa is one such story. A story of a nation in transition, of the lives and daily rhythms of people decades ago, and of the fascinating way that history and rarity can transform an everyday object into a treasure. Now, let's step into the era. South Africa in the 1970s was a country full of contrasts, full of strength and struggle, of tradition and transformation. Every coin minted during this period carried symbols that spoke to national pride and identity. But beyond symbolism, coins are also about numbers, the quantity produced, the wear over the years, and the unusual variations that slip past the mint unnoticed. These variations, my friends, are the secret ingredients that turn ordinary coins into collector's gold. Imagine holding a coin that has survived nearly half a century. Every scratch, every little mark, tells the story of the hands it passed through, of the market stalls and cash registers it touched. And yet, many of these coins have been lost, melted down, or discarded. That's where rarity begins to creep in, quietly, invisibly, until the coin becomes something very special. Collectors have long known that the 1977 South African 5-cent coin is more than meets the eye. At first glance, it seems modest, a small copper-nickel disc. But when examined closely, its true character emerges. Its edges, the engraving of the springbok, a symbol of South Africa, and the tiny year stamp all carry weight in the eyes of a seasoned collector. And while millions of coins were minted that year, only a fraction remain in pristine condition, untouched by the wear of decades. This fraction, as we'll see, is where fortunes can hide. Many of you watching today might think, it's just a coin. How valuable could it really be? And that's exactly the reaction that makes coins like this so incredible. Ordinary people pass them by every day, not realizing that the coin in their pocket could be one of the rarest surviving examples. And it's not just about rarity. It's about condition, history, and the story that comes with it. Condition is everything. A coin that has been stored carefully, shielded from the harsh elements, retains a luster that's almost like new. It catches the eye, it invites inspection, it signals to collectors and investors alike that this is something extraordinary. Even minor variations in the design, subtle minting errors, or slight differences in the engraving can transform a coin from something ordinary into a legendary collector's item. And when it comes to the 1977 South African 5 cents, those small details are exactly what make this coin so fascinating and so potentially valuable. Over the decades, collectors around the world have kept a close watch on coins from this period. Auctions, private sales, and collector forums all tell the same story. That coins like this can command prices far beyond what most people imagine. And here's the secret that many people overlook. The story behind the coin, the historical context, and the rarity all combine to create a value that can be astonishing. Now, imagine being among the few who actually own one of these coins in top condition. It's not just ownership, it's a connection to history, a tangible link to a different time and place. Owning a coin like this is like holding a piece of the past, something that generations before you touched, carried, and admired. It's a piece of South African history, condensed into a circle of metal no bigger than a button. And let's not forget the thrill. There's a unique excitement that comes from knowing that something so small, so seemingly ordinary, could have the power to change your life. For many, collecting coins is not just a hobby. It's a strategy, a calculated investment where patience and knowledge pay off in ways that can be extraordinary. And while we often think of stocks or real estate, coins like the 1977 5 cents remind us that hidden gems exist in the most unexpected places. Throughout the world, collectors and enthusiasts have been drawn to coins like this for decades. The stories of coins fetching incredible sums at auction are not myths. They are real, documented events that highlight how rarity, condition, and historical significance combine to create astonishing value. And here's the kicker. It doesn't take decades of experience to recognize the potential. Once you know what to look for, the right year, the right minting, the perfect condition, you start to see these opportunities everywhere. Now, I want you to picture holding this coin in your hand today. The small weight, the detailed engraving, the year 1977 stamped with precision. What seems like a simple piece of metal suddenly becomes a treasure chest of possibilities. And while the coin itself is remarkable, the true magic lies in its value. The number that most people never expect when they see it sitting on a shelf or tucked away in a drawer. So, after all this build-up, here's the moment you've been waiting for. That small 1977 South African 5 cents coin, in top condition, with the rarity and historical significance we've been talking about, has a staggering potential value. If you're lucky enough to own one that meets all the criteria, collectors and investors could be looking at a number that seems almost unbelievable. This coin, a small piece of history, could be worth as much as $20 million. Yes, $20 million. A tiny coin, holding the weight of history and the potential for a fortune. And that's why you need to look at coins differently now. Don't dismiss the small things, because sometimes the smallest objects can carry the largest surprises. That coin sitting forgotten in a drawer might not just be metal. It could be a ticket to an extraordinary opportunity, a tangible connection to history, and a treasure beyond imagination. Remember, it's not just about money. It's about the thrill of discovery, the joy of history, and the satisfaction of knowing you hold something genuinely remarkable. And if you want more stories like this, hidden treasures, and incredible collectibles that most people overlook, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Stay alert, stay curious, and you might just be the next person to stumble across a fortune hidden in plain sight. So next time you see a small coin from decades past, don't just glance over it. Examine it, consider its story, think about where it's been and what it represents. That 1977 South African 5 cents coin isn't just pocket change. It's history, rarity, and the potential for unimaginable value, all wrapped up in something no bigger than a button. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the fascinating stories behind coins and collectibles that could change your life. Now, I want you to imagine holding a piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin that has survived decades, telling a story far richer than its tiny size might suggest. Today, we're exploring a coin that's not just a piece of currency. It's a doorway to the past, a symbol of a nation's history, and yes, potentially a treasure that could make you rethink the change in your pocket. This is the 1982 South African 5 cents coin featuring John Forster. Now, some of you may remember Forster, a man whose name carries weight in South Africa's history. This coin was minted during a turbulent period in the country's journey, and every detail on it tells a story. From the bold numerals to the carefully crafted imagery, each coin is a miniature piece of art, a reflection of the era it was born in. But what makes this coin truly captivating isn't just its appearance. It's the story it carries across decades, through generations, and yes, through the hands of collectors around the world. You may be wondering why a 5-cent coin from 1982 could capture attention today. Let me tell you, coins like this are more than just metal. They are historical artifacts. They hold secrets, memories, and in some cases, real monetary value that surprises even seasoned collectors. Imagine walking into a room full of collectors, holding this coin up and watching their eyes light up with recognition. That's the kind of power a coin like this commands. Every coin has a journey, and this one is no exception. From the minting facilities of South Africa in the early 1980s to the hands of people who used it daily to buy bread, milk, or perhaps a cup of coffee, it has seen life in a way few objects do. Unlike banknotes that are tossed, shredded, or worn to unrecognizability, coins endure. They bear witness to history, political changes, economic shifts, cultural transformations, and this coin is no different. Its small size belies its significance. Collectors often tell stories about the thrill of the hunt, and the 1982 5-cent Forster coin is a prime example. Finding one in pristine condition today is no easy feat. Many have been lost, worn, or melted down over the years. This rarity, combined with the historical significance, is exactly what makes it appealing. There's an unspoken respect among collectors for coins that have survived in excellent condition, and this one checks those boxes. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Coins like this are not just for history buffs, they're for investors too. You see, the market for collectible coins has been steadily growing, and rare examples from South Africa, especially those tied to notable figures like Forster, have seen remarkable appreciation over time. This is not just a collectible, it's a potential asset, one that carries with it decades of history and a story that few modern coins can match. Now, let's talk about the design for a moment, because every detail was intentional. The choice of metal, the embossing of numbers, the portrait of Forster, all of it was designed to convey a sense of authority and continuity. For collectors, these details are crucial. They can determine rarity, authenticity, and ultimately, value. A sharp eye will notice the subtle variations in minting, the precise lettering, and the condition of the coin's surface. These are the things that make a coin not just valuable, but extraordinary. And if you think about it, there's something deeply satisfying about holding history in your hand. Imagine running your fingers over a coin that has survived wars, social upheaval, economic crises, and political change. Each scratch, each mark, is a testament to its journey. It's almost as if the coin itself is whispering stories from a different time, giving us a tangible link to the past that no digital device or photograph could ever replicate. This coin also represents a connection between people, generations, and nations. For someone in your age group, it's not just about collecting, it's about reminiscing. It's about remembering a world that was different, yet somehow familiar. The 1982 5-cent Forster coin serves as a tangible memory of the era it was minted in, a piece of metal that carries with it the echoes of the past. And let's face it, there's something undeniably masculine about holding a coin that has endured the test of time, a small but solid reminder of resilience and history. Collectors often say that coins are like time machines. With one in your hand, you can travel back to a specific moment in history. You can imagine the bustling streets of 1980s South Africa, the markets, the conversations, and the daily life where this 5-cent coin changed hands countless times. You're not just holding a coin. You're holding experiences, stories, and moments that have shaped the course of history. And here's a little secret many collectors might not openly admit. Coins like this can sometimes be worth far more than anyone might guess. Condition, rarity, and historical significance all come together to create something that is both beautiful and valuable. And for those who have the patience to seek out coins like the 1982 Forster 5 cents, the reward can be astonishing. You are not just collecting a coin. You are collecting a piece of a legacy, one that could appreciate in ways you never imagined. Now, I know you've been waiting for the part you came here for, the value. After decades, this small, unassuming coin has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Depending on its condition, provenance, and demand, the 1982 South African 5-cent Forster coin can command a value that far exceeds its original worth. Some examples: an excellent, uncirculated condition have been known to sell for hundreds, and in rare cases, for a price that could surprise you. It's a reminder that sometimes the most unassuming objects carry the greatest treasures. So, if you ever come across one of these coins in an old drawer, a dusty collection, or tucked away among loose change, take a moment to appreciate it. Because what you're holding is more than just a coin. It's a story, a history, and yes, potentially a valuable asset that has stood the test of time. That's the magic of the 1982 5-cent Forster coin, small in size, but enormous in significance. And if you enjoyed exploring this little piece of history with me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We dive deep into collectibles, rare coins, and hidden treasures that most people overlook. Trust me, your next discovery could be waiting just around the corner, and who knows, it might just be worth more than you ever imagined. So, remember, the next time you see a coin in your pocket or tucked away in a drawer, take a closer look. History has a funny way of hiding in plain sight, and sometimes it comes with a price tag that could make even the most seasoned collector's jaw drop. The 1982 South African 5-cent Forster coin is more than metal. It's a legacy, a collector's dream, and a story waiting to be told. Don't miss out on these incredible stories about treasures hiding in plain sight. Stories that could change the way you look at your own collection, your attic, or even your pocket change. You won't want to miss a single one. Now, imagine this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, the morning sun spilling over your papers, and you notice a small coin tucked into an old jar. At first glance, it seems like just another piece of change, maybe something your father or grandfather once carried in his wallet. But what if I told you that coin could tell a story worth more than just a few cents? Something that reaches deep into history, a story that connects you to a moment in time you never thought could be so valuable. Today, we're talking about a coin that might just make you rethink what's sitting in that dusty drawer of yours. A coin from South Africa, dated 1971, a 5-cent piece that seems ordinary, yet carries a legacy that's anything but. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a 5-cent coin. How much could it really be worth? But the truth is, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Some coins seem modest, almost humble, yet they hold a secret power that only collectors and enthusiasts understand. Let's take a journey back to the early 1970s in South Africa. The country was undergoing change, and like many nations, its currency reflected its identity, history, and culture. The 5-cent coin of 1971 was more than just money. It was a piece of art, a miniature tribute to South African wildlife, economy, and craftsmanship. Every curve, every inscription, and even the metal itself tells a story. If you look closely, you'll notice the precision, the attention to detail, a quality that is rarely replicated in today's mass-produced coins. For a man in his 50s, 60s, or beyond, this coin may evoke memories. Memories of a simpler time, of collecting stamps or coins as a hobby with friends, or perhaps learning about history through small treasures like this. It's not just about monetary value. It's about the journey, the nostalgia, the connection to the past. And that connection is powerful. It's why so many people in this age group find themselves captivated by coins, by antiques, by objects that carry stories beyond their material worth. Now, the rarity of a coin isn't always obvious. Some coins were minted in limited quantities, while others survived the decades better than most. The South African 5-cent coin from 1971 falls into a fascinating category. Over time, coins can disappear, get lost, or be melted down. Those that remain often have subtle variations that make them unique. For collectors, these variations are gold, or, in this case, silver and copper. The thrill is in discovering a coin that seems ordinary but is, in fact, highly sought after by enthusiasts who understand its value in the grander scheme of numismatics. But it's not just about rarity. It's about condition. Imagine finding a coin that's been preserved almost perfectly, without the scratches, dents, or discoloration that so many others acquire over decades of handling. Coins like this are extremely desirable. They represent a time capsule, a piece of history frozen in pristine condition. And when it comes to the 1971 South African 5-cent coin, the right specimen, in the right condition, can command attention from collectors worldwide. The appeal of coins like this goes beyond simple collecting. It's a form of legacy, something to pass down to your children, your grandchildren. A story you can share while holding a small, tangible piece of history in your hand. Imagine telling them, this coin was part of a country's journey, a reflection of its time, and today, it's more than just a coin. It's a treasure. That's the emotional power we're talking about, the kind of connection that makes coins fascinating to men in their 50s and 60s who appreciate the value of history, heritage, and craftsmanship. And there's something undeniably exciting about discovering the monetary potential of a coin like this. You might have seen coins in your collection, or maybe even in circulation, without realizing they could hold extraordinary value. It's a thrill akin to hunting for hidden treasure, but without needing a map or a pirate ship. One day, that ordinary coin in your drawer could be worth far more than you ever imagined. That's the beauty of numismatics. It rewards patience, knowledge, and a keen eye for detail. Collectors often talk about the story behind the coin. For the 1971 South African 5-cent piece, that story includes not just the year and the denomination, but the context of its creation, the materials used, and the symbolism embedded in its design. Every coin carries a whisper of the past, a trace of the hands that minted it, and the people who once used it in daily life. For men who lived through the latter half of the 20th century, these coins are more than metal. They're a tangible connection to eras you remember, moments that shaped history, and even times you may have lived through yourself. Now, let's talk a bit about why people are so fascinated with coins like this. It's not just the historical connection, though that's a big part of it. It's also the potential. Coins are like small investments with stories. They can appreciate in value over time, especially rare ones in excellent condition. And for the 1971 South African 5-cent coin, there's a level of intrigue that draws collectors from all corners of the globe. It's not just South African enthusiasts who are interested. It's anyone who understands that a small, seemingly modest object can carry immense worth. And here's the thing. The moment of discovery is priceless. Holding a coin that has survived more than 50 years, knowing that it represents history and culture, and realizing that it could be extremely valuable, it's an experience that's hard to beat. Imagine showing it to friends, family, or fellow collectors and seeing their eyes widen as you explain its significance. There's pride in knowing that you have something rare, something worth preserving, something that tells a story far bigger than itself. So, after exploring its history, rarity, condition, and the emotional connection it carries, it's time to reveal the part everyone has been waiting for, the value. This isn't just a small trinket. For the right collector, the right coin, in impeccable condition, this 1971 South African 5-cent coin could fetch up to an astounding $2 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. $2 million. It's a staggering figure that underscores just how powerful the world of rare coins can be. A small piece of metal, overlooked by many, now recognized as a treasure of immense worth. So, the next time you glance at an old coin, or a piece of your father's collection, or even some change lying around, remember this story. History, rarity, condition, and a little bit of luck can turn something ordinary into an extraordinary treasure. And who knows? Your next discovery might be the one that changes everything. And with a gentle reminder, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. There are more incredible stories like this waiting, treasures hiding in plain sight that could captivate your mind and even your wallet. Stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, sometimes the smallest objects can hold the biggest surprises.